Today I'm going to be showing you how to connect a computer to a coffee roaster to do some automated logging of roast profiles. We're going to be using as the roaster in this demonstration a Diedrich SR1 electric sample roaster. The computer is just a cheap Windows computer from an office store, and we'll be using the National Instruments USB 9211 as the device that connects the two together. The first thing we want to do is make sure that the roaster is disconnected from the power. We are about to open up the electrical panel, and if it's not disconnected, you run the risk of injuring yourself or damaging your equipment, and you don't want to do either. Once we've confirmed that the power is off, we'll open up this panel. This is just 4 simple screws on this machine. And the panel pulls straight out. The next thing we want to do is disconnect the thermocouple from the temperature display that's built into the roaster, and we connect a length of thermocouple extension wire to that. In this case, we have a type J thermocouple, so we need type J thermocouple extension wire. The red wire is connected to the red wire. The white wire is connected to the white wire. You may want to have a small set of pliers to twist these together. You want a very good connection between these two. Once your thermocouple wires are connected to each other, you can reconnect that to the display where your thermocouple wire meets your thermocouple extension wire. And put the panel back in place. The other side of our thermocouple extension wire is connected to the 9211. For a type J thermocouple, the white wire goes into the terminal labeled TC0+, while the red wire goes into the terminal marked TC0-. We want to make sure that the thermocouple wire is firmly attached. Like so. Next, a USB cable goes between the device and the computer that we'll be running the software on. Once everything is connected, we can reconnect power to the roaster, turn it on, and make sure that everything is working as intended. The things to check for are that the temperature indicated in software running on the computer matches with the temperature displayed on the roaster. and that there isn't a substantial drift between those two as the roaster gets hotter. The software we're using here is called Typica. It's a free program, runs on Mac, Windows, or Linux, and it's used to keep track of the various sorts of records that are generated in the course of running a commercial roasting operation. We can enter in the details of the coffee that we want to roast. We can load saved roast profiles, and we can match the batch that we're roasting up with previous roasting records. We can pull up information on any previous batch and use that as a roast profile, or just look at it offline for later reference. It's a very nice, easy to use program. Can set our initial airflow, add any additional comments that we might want to add to that note column. And when we start logging the data, it shows up both in a table view and in a graph right alongside our target roast profile. I'm not really roasting a coffee here, but we can see the line being drawn. That would normally be higher up, but we're still warming up the roaster at this point. And we also have the live display of the most recently gathered measurement, a timer indicating how much time has elapsed since the start of the batch. And we also have a table view here showing both our target roast profile and the current data. Here that's set to display one measurement every 30 seconds, but we can adjust that if we want to show one measurement every 10 seconds. There it is. Or we can show everything as the measurements are coming in. That isn't terribly useful. I like to keep it at that default one measurement for every 30 seconds. And when we're done, we just stop the batch, and we can enter in our roasted weight. You can see it shows the weight loss right there. You can add any additional notes that we might want to refer to later. And there you have it. How to connect a computer to a coffee roaster and do some automated data logging.